Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. I was listening to the radio today, and I learned that 75% of Americans now think of fast food as a luxury good. They can't, i.e., they probably can't afford it, or they come to realize the cost of it. I've always felt it was, right? Because first of all, you often have to travel to the fast food restaurant. I guess nowadays we have Uber Eats and all that, but back when I first moved out of my parents' home, fast food generally meant gasoline as well. This was back in 2008 when I moved out of my parents' home. Gas was really expensive that first year. I mean, it did crash after the financial crisis, but when the first time I ever touched the steering wheel, gas was 4 something a gallon. In that time's dollars, back when silver was $10 an ounce, right? Gas was 4 something a gallon, and so I always thought, gee, it involves gasoline. And then I started dating a girl, and one time she and I got into an argument because we were going to go to a fast food restaurant, and I thought we should park the car, get in there, and pick it up. She insisted I use the drive-thru. Again, I didn't want to burn the gasoline idling the car at the drive-thru, and she just thought I was really cheap. And I told her, no, we need to get exercise. She knew it was the gas I was after. So I've always considered fast food to be an expense. Not to mention, it is quite a bit more expensive than cooking for yourself, right? I dated another girl, and she was a big spender. And one time, after we had already spent a ton of money, she then insisted on getting some kind of fast food meal. And then she argued with me. She said, come on, fast food is real cheap. I mean, how so? I never understood it. And intuitively, it makes sense, right? You got a bunch of chemicals that are designed to get you addicted, get you feeling buzzed up, right? Getting you to feel jittery, compared to some other stuff that grows on a tree or walks in a farm. What do you think is going to be more expensive? Without thinking about our culture, which one do you think is going to be more expensive, right? Now, it's great that fast food is becoming a luxury, which it should be, right? We really should think twice, 3 times before going out to eat fast food. What really sucks is the real luxury, that good that has become in the United States. And unfortunately, I'll let you pause the video to think, what's the biggest luxury here in the United States? It's our time, unfortunately. A lot of times I can't afford to take my time. I'll give you an example. I recently just met a girl at a graduation ceremony, and our time is very constrained on 2 fronts. First, there's hardly any time for us to meet up with each other, right? I'm juggling 2 jobs and a side career, and then a bunch of gig work. She's just graduating, figuring out what to do with her life. Not to mention these last couple of weeks, she's been just catching up on sleep. Okay, that's the short term. In the long term, there also isn't a whole lot of time to decide on what life path we're going to go on. To be fair, hope she doesn't see this, but I know the 2 of us are probably not gonna make it to forever, right? She's 20 years my junior, and we come from 2 completely different directions in life. I know that this relationship has a deadline. I know that. I'm trying to get as much as I can before that deadline because I developed a lot of social skills communicating with her. And I think she can get a lot out of me too. I think she also knows that this relationship has an end date, and she's not dumb, right? She's graduating from college early in her life, and both of us really could make use of this while it's still here, right? And unfortunately, our time come at a premium, right? The opportunity cost of taking time has come at a huge premium for both of us. Right, and the other reason I really hope she doesn't see this, but often I get the best things out of my life in the wake of breakups, right? I'm heartbroken. I got to find a diversion from that, and all of a sudden, I'll make some new art or land my dream job. Or I can't tell you how many great things in my life have come at the wake of a breakup, right? Let me name a few. The first time I discovered that I could go out on a date with myself, that was in the wake of a breakup. I landed my job at not this current job, but my first teaching job at Washington Technology University. I landed that right in the wake of a breakup. I wrote the #1 AI for the game of backgammon. I nicknamed it Corona Gammon because, the pandemic, and that came at the wake of a breakup as well. My other masterpiece, the Ticket to Ride Poland AI, which I named E-Polonium, that I wrote at the wake of a breakup as well. And I know it sounds weird, but I need that confusion and needing a diversion. All of a sudden, bang, great things, right? I land dream jobs from it. I find new hobbies from it. Sometimes I also meet other people during that wake as well, right? I know it sounds weird. I bet Taylor Swift does that as well, right? I can't wait to see her break up this time around to see what she's gonna sing about. Anyway, I really wish we had more time, and unfortunately, time is a luxury good. The other time I sense that time is a luxury good is that I have family members in Taiwan, and a lot of times when I'm traveling, I don't have a whole lot of time to think things through and plan properly, right? The last couple of times I went to Taiwan felt pretty rushed, right? There's also I also communicated with a long lost friend in Poland this past month, and when I finally go to see her, again, not a whole lot of time to lounge around, right? As soon as I get to Poland, it's like military time, right? This has to happen, then that, then that, then that, and unfortunately, my eating disorder also gets affected by lack of time, right? I sometimes don't have time to think things through before I eat it. I can't tell you how many times I finish eating something, 15 minutes later, I thought, I should have waited and saved my appetite for whatever, right? Unfortunately, the fact that time is such a luxury good prevents that as well, right? This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.